Hi everyone at Antioch and all my brothers and sisters in Christ. Tim and I really miss you guys, and I really can't wait for one day to go visit Singapore again. Just rules and everything keeps changing and going up and down, but yeah, we hope to one day see y'all again real soon and visit y'all. And just want to say thank you so much for everyone. I know I probably keep doing this every video, but I just genuinely and sincerely want to say thank you so much for everyone who's been keeping in touch with us and praying for us and contacting us and yeah, just remember us, that thing generally. And we feel so loved and supported, and yeah, I don't feel alone while we're here, even though we're kind of isolated because of the whole pandemic the last 2 years. So thank you for keeping in touch with us and checking up on us. And yeah, we really appreciate that. And just want to say we love you guys too. And yeah, we really miss you all so much. Um, I just wanted to share some updates as well as some prayer requests for this month. Um, One thing I realized, I just wanted to maybe just quickly mention this as well. I realized every time when it comes to the time for me to do the video, or even Tim as well, actually, when it's the week when the video is due and we were planning, it's oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna share about this. Oh, I'm so excited to share everything. And then come the week we have to do the video, how do I say? Everything just collapses around us, or how do I say? Shit hits the fan basically, and just so much drama happens, and we're just so either drained out and just no time and just just want to give up in that sense. But now I realize that all these are just obstacles to stop us from sharing and testifying what God is doing for us, or sharing something that God wants us to share with y'all. And so, having had that revelation and the realization this week after all of us were sick, it started with Tim not being sick last week. I mean, Tim being unwell last week, and then Ulrich got a fever for the first time, and then yeah, so those two were down for the weekend, and I wanted to do this video in the weekend, and I was like, God help me, keep me well to hold the sport down and keep me strong. And then yesterday I started having a fever and shivers and everything. I'm like, nope, 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 nope. I need to do the video. I need to testify and share what God has been doing. I need to do the update. I'm not going to accept this. And then in the afternoon, I just happened to open my drawer for something, and I saw paracetamol. I'm like, I have paracetamol in my drawer. I don't even don't even know when it's from. My it hasn't expired, so I was like, you know what, forget it. So I just took it, and then I was totally well. No more fever, no more headache, no more runny nose or anything. So just took one, and I was totally fine. So um, thankfully, Ulrich and Tim are recovering all right. And Ulrich's fever is gone after 3 or 4 days of fever, and then his fever went away and everything. So they're doing better, but not completely recovered yet. But it's still a lot of work to kind of hold the fort down and take care of Ulrich, and take care of his needs. And he's all having headache and groggy and everything. But yeah, otherwise, still gotta fight through. Still want to share this update, and no matter what happens, I was kept telling myself no matter what happens, I'm gonna share. I need to do this video. I'm gonna share this month of what's happening. So all right. So after all that build up, so the exciting thing is that I've actually started a ladies Bible study group and a women's Bible study group. And what we've been doing is basically me and a bunch of mom friends, friends who are mothers who've got kids as well. We can meet together on a WhatsApp video call, and we just just do Bible studies. We started with Genesis chapter 1. I prayed and asked a lot about it, where to start, and she told me start from the very beginning. So I was like, all right, Genesis it is then. So we've been doing that, and we do go each Bible study session, we just do one chapter or two if we have the time. And we just discuss and we just chat and talk about what we know and what revelations we had. We read beforehand and, keep notes or keep in mind what we what we like to share and stuff like that. And then we just share and talk about it. And it's just so nice. It's just so I mean, the Bible study is so nice. Like, it's just so wow, like to be able to talk about the Bible together with other fellow women and and yeah, just share our experiences and testimonies and what our beliefs, and stuff like that. Like, someone asked me, what do you do? How do you what do you do for your Sabbath, or how do you make use of your Sabbath and stuff. So then, then I got to share, like, oh yeah, because we learned from Stephen that, how we should just take a break and not do any work and stuff like that. So we kind of made that a bit of a rule. By a bit, I mean a lot. We made it a rule that says that yes, we're not doing any housework, we're not cooking or anything like that. We were doing that before Ulrich was born, but then after Ulrich came along, it was not exactly keeping us sane to take care of him as well as try to have a Sabbath. So we came up with this plan where one of us have the day off. Like, I'll have my day off on the Saturday, and Tim will have his day off on the Sunday. And so the one who's not having the day off, like on Saturday, if I'm having the day off on Saturday, Tim will look after Ulrich like morning to night, like feed him, change him, like take care of his needs and all that stuff like that. And then I'll do it the other on Sunday. Then I'll take care of him the full day and stuff, so that we can each get some sort of peace and without any responsibilities, make our own plans and do whatever we want, and or to go out and stuff, or we have like once or twice a month we have like a family day. We go out somewhere and go out and eat somewhere together as a family and stuff. And so yeah, we just make our peace with that, and that kind of works for us. And we shared that. I mean, I shared that with the other ones, and they were like wow, there's like, yeah, because they find it exhausting otherwise, to have days. One of them said they do half day with their partner, and but otherwise it's not really much of a rest day for them as well. And so by hearing this, they were like, encouraged to find ways where they can be more at peace and get more rest on their day off, basically. So yeah, we were sharing about things like that and stuff. And then at the end of it, when we close in prayer, we'll ask each other, okay, what do y'all need prayer for and everything, and we will pray for each other. And it's just so amazing how, like, as we're praying, we see things and we share, and it so happens it comes into fruition. Like, for example, I think last month, yeah, Ulrich was having this phase of kept waking up and crying. It wasn't just waking up and active, but it was waking up and crying, and we had no idea why. And he wasn't having a peaceful sleep. And it wasn't just one time. It's like he keeps waking up 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night, and we had no idea what's going on, or why he's behaving that way and stuff, or feeling that way. So we just prayed for, and I asked them to pray, and they prayed for me. And one of them said that they saw, just before we were going to go into prayer, I just happened to catch a glimpse of where I was sitting. Basically, like a figure holding a sword. I saw the sword first, but then I realized, oh, there's a figure holding a sword. And I just like opened my eyes again to see, did I just see that? And then I didn't see anything, so I just closed my eyes and just started praying with them. And then this friend who was also in the group, and then she said she sees a figure holding a sword standing by the side of Ulrich's bed, and he's going to have a peaceful sleep that night. I was like, I saw that too, but I saw that next to me, so it's just funny that she saw it as well. And true enough, after a week of Ulrich waking up and everything, he slept through the night for 12 hours, and he's never in his life slept through the night for 12 hours straight. It was just amazing. He actually had a deep, good sleep. But then the following night, again, he started waking up. But it gradually got better. But that particular night, when we prayed and we saw that, he actually slept through the night. It was just miraculous. And yeah, and I had to share that and with them. And, it's just encouraging one another when we do that. And praying and supporting one another, and letting them know that they're not alone, and that we can always share with one another if there's anything we need to share or need prayer for and things like that. It feels so good to be able to do that. And especially with moms in the same vicinity or same country, especially with all the bureaucratic things going on here in Germany. But yeah, so that was one of the amazing things. And also, oh yeah, and one of another thing that the Holy Spirit told me to do was to like keep a journal. Like I have a book here that so I actually wanted something where I can write Bible study notes in. And he told me it's like to write everything down that happens in the Bible study. So like whatever we discuss, whatever prayer requests we had, and then any testimonies and stuff. So I have it all like written down in the dates and everything. And if I had any vision, I write it down as well, and then I let them know through a text message the next day or the next session and stuff like that. So yeah, just it's just amazing how all this is kind of working out and falling into place like this, and just yeah, I'm still speechless as to what's been happening and how I know it might sound really small and like, oh, it's only just a few, like two other women actually. So there's only three of us at the moment, and but I really see the fruit of it, and I really see it prospering, and I see. Initially, it was a drag, like to start it off. I kept asking, I was like, "Oh, should we do it today? Are y'all free today? We're doing this every Thursday." Oh, we wanted to do this every Thursday, but it's now working out that it's better that we do it on alternate Thursdays, and so that if we've got any responsibilities and stuff, we can have it like cleared out that Thursday or something and things. But yeah, so now we're having it alternate Thursdays, and it's just. I just love how it's just falling into place and working out so well like that, and really thank God for that actually. All right, okay, I'll move on to the next thing quickly instead of ranting on. Okay, next thing. Remember how I mentioned about children's church, right? So what I've these moms who've got kids themselves as well, they are really up for it as well. So what we're gonna do, we're planning to start on Easter weekend, or the Easter Sunday, and just have activities with the kids, read to them the Bible, show them pictures, do a bit of arts and craft, and more importantly, do worship and prayer, and to get these kids understanding what's going on, and like to be in that environment and the atmosphere, because being in the pandemic, we haven't been able to actually be in a church or go to church physically, right? So this would be a really good experience for the kids to kind of to experience this, and also to learn how to worship the Lord together. I usually sing Ulrich worship song every night before going to sleep, but it's not like we sing along together or play the instrument together. But this would be a good experience for him to learn what Sunday school is like, and I'm quite excited to see how this goes and works out. I think we might start off as once a month first, and then see how frequently we can do it, because we all have other responsibilities, and trying to make time for it's a bit difficult as well for the time being. So that's going to happen as well. Then number 4, oh okay, so testimony time. In my last update, I was sharing about how really would like to move so that we can get a place for Ulrich for a what's the English equivalent, childcare, or kindergarten sort of thing. And we know this Christian childcare and all that stuff in another neighborhood and everything. And I 3 weeks ago, the weekend, I was asking a lot, oh, can we find, please, can you show us a place that we can move to, and so that we can get started on the childcare, and all that stuff. And the Lord again reminded me of the verse where, oh no, I should have written it down. But the verse that said that, when you go to a town, you go and stay in a place, do not leave the place unless they ask you to leave, or you're moving to another town, right? So the Lord reminded me of that verse again. He reminded me of that verse. He told us that verse 3 times when we first moved here. About 3-4 months apart. Both me and Tim both heard that verse in different occasions, and so we realized, we need to stay put here. So when the Lord reminded me of it again, like 2-3 weeks ago, I was like, and I remember it was a Monday. It was a Monday morning that he reminded me of that, and I was like, oh no. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, fine. Looks like I guess we're staying put here then. Looks like I have to find a Kita childcare. It looks like I have to find a Kita over here instead. I just said that, and then topic closed. I went on to do my stuff. That afternoon, I got an email from one of the ketas over here, one of the childcares over here, and saying that if you're still interested, I emailed them more than a year ago. And yeah, it was one of my, favorite ones, and I know it's really good and everything, but they're, quite famous and all that. I mean, like, yeah, everyone wants to go there and stuff, so this waiting list and all that stuff. But they contacted us, and they said, like, oh, if you're still interested, let us know. And I'm like, what? That afternoon, after I said, like, all right, well, look, I have to look for a childcare here, God opened the way for a childcare over here. And so I replied back, I'm like, yeah, definitely, we are still interested. And so we went on for a uh, question, open answer, what's it called? Open house, that's it. We went for an open house thing, and yeah, I just went and visited with this other family as well. They were sharing about what they do, and they instantly took a liking with Ulrich. Apparently, because his name, his name is a very old traditional German name, and apparently, like some of them was like, oh, it's like a grandfather name sort of thing. How come you gave such a traditional name? And they're really like happy and touched about it that we gave such a traditional name to our son, traditional German name to our son, and they were just like, oh, and they really took a liking to him, and they were like, oh, he's so sweet. I was like, oh, okay, that's nice to know. Like, like I'm just like, because Germans tend to be very what's the word? Yeah, just not to say they're not friendly. They can be friendly, especially when they see kids. But this was like, wow, they like really took they showed more favor to Ulrich than to this other kid that was there. The other kid were like, oh, play, but Ulrich, they kept like holding him, hugging him. So I was like, okay, that's favor in the Lord's eyes for sure. And we were leaving after that open house thing and everything. Even Ulrich was just loved that place. He was just like roaming around, exploring and everything. And yeah, he really he didn't like seem so overwhelmed or anything, and like or scared of a new environment. He just loved it. You can see that he was just so comfortable there. So and exploring there and everything. So it was a good sign in that sense. And we were leaving after that. We were leaving the Kita, the childcare place, and I asked the Lord, it's like, please, Lord, can we get a place over here? It's because it's very nearby. It's less than 10 minutes away. And, it's a really good place and everything. Please, can we get a space here for him? It would be such a testimony if he gets a space here and he gets to start going there. Apparently, they start in August or September. And, yeah, and I was asking a lot. And I felt the Lord said that he's going to get into that childcare not by myself or Tim's credit or in any way, or not by Ulrich's credit or abilities in any way, but because of God and because of God's favor that he's going to get a place there. So I was like, oh, it was just so nice to hear that, and so reassuring to hear God's promise like that. And yeah, probably that's why God wanted us to stay put in this flat so that Ulrich could go to this childcare here, which is, yeah, it's just going to be an amazing testimony to share when he starts going there. So yeah, that's I wanted to quickly share about that as well. So we've given up our search on the flat. So thank you so much for everyone who've been praying for a flat. But looks like we are staying put here unless we are kicked out. Yeah, but we're gonna be staying here, and just pray for us that Ulrich gets the place at that childcare over here that they called us for. So now we just have to arrange like a playtime meeting as well. The thing is, Tim and I, our family, we are going to London this weekend for Easter to visit Tim's family after like 2 years. We haven't visited any family in 2 years, in the last 2 years or so, and so it would be really good to go and see people again, see friends again, and travel again as well. So yeah, just keep us in prayer as we travel to London, that we all safe and healthy and well, and not too much complications and everything will go fine as well. So that's pretty much it on my list of things. Please pray for speedy recovery for Ulrich and Tim, and that we all be well and we would be stopped in any way from traveling, and our travel plans will go as well as planned, and will go well and it's fine for us. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's update from the Jordan family. Uh, if there's anything, you can always WhatsApp me or Tim, and let's just say hi if you're free, and I'll try to message and reply back as soon as I can. And yeah, thank you so much for everyone for looking out for us and praying for us and being there for us. Lots of love to everybody, and until next time, lots of love. Bye.